Hello? Hello, X-Links. Hello, Hans Meyer. Fortunately, we do not have the message in the bottle yet, but we can program the rest of the mission.
What up?
Yo, what up? Thank you for the 23 months. That is a long, long time. You made it in time to avoid all else? True. Hello, Delphox 600 News. I'll be honest, I haven't played Hollow Knight yet. I tried to play Hollow Knight, and I booted the game, and then I quit the game. You know why? No fucking analog controls. If I move 50% to the right, I want my character to move at roughly 50% of his max velocity. Not 100%, not 0%, I want 50%. That's it. That's the only reason I didn't play it. This is where the Seashell needs to go. And if I use it, well, a lot of people do seem to be into it. It's honestly crazy how much people are into it. Hello, Wingcap Man. The most wishlisted game on Steam, that's kind of crazy. Any OST wishes? I want silly Gooba music. Kirby Superstar is maybe? How about goofy Kirby music? Why is it 1 to oatmeal? I googled goofy Kirby music. Alright, well, I guess this is it. 1 to oatmeal, Kirby is a pink guy.
Because Kirby is very cute. Kirby inherits his enemies and make it later. Kirby is so happy this is something he can because he's such a pink guy. Kirby inherits his enemies and make it later. Kirby is so happy this is something he can because he's such a pink guy. Here comes Kirby to Meta Knight to project because he's attacked by King Dedede. Meta Knight swings his sword of King Dedede defeat. What a triumph is that!
Let's see.
Here comes Kirby to Meta Knight to project because he's attacked by King Dedede. Meta Knight swings his sword of King Dedede defeat. What a triumph is that! 1, 2,
okay, I need to refactor this. This is fucked up. We can't have this for the Seagulls.
1, 2, Kirby is a pink guy. 1, 2, because Kirby is very cute. Kirby inherits enemies and make it later.
But I like the idea of putting seagulls into the overworld. We should do that. Hard bomb rush cyberpunk. No, this is fine. This is Gooba music. What a triumph is that? No way, man. That's such a triumph. Alright, let's see it. Hello, Cavezito. They're calling it the best triumph anyone has ever seen. No way. No, this is should work. $400 units. Okay, that should give us a big range of ground pounds. Yeah, that's a seagull. Where is it? Ah. Dude, that would look so cool if we just had a bunch of these, like, floating around in the background. Imagine, like, 15 of these just flying by. That would do so much for the game. This game is too complex to run on the PS1, for sure. Right. 7-year-old, I know. Oh yeah, have you seen these? Graham made me some pretty nice textures for these guys. And then I made some edits to the model and made a shader for it. Okay, I would say the instructions work perfectly. And there's a relatively wide range of where ground pound is valid. Okay, nice. This should lead to the ice cap. This one. Oh, no, Graham didn't do the rocks. Graham did the hills. Hello, Asku. How will people be able to find the shell? There's going to be a message in the bottle. Zena's working on the bottle right now. And it's just gonna be stuck here next to the ice cap. It's gonna be sparkly, so you go towards it. And there will be a hint that's like stand in the middle of the rock formation, look at the big red friends out of the three brothers or something like that, and do 7 backflips. No, but Biobag is actually working on that level right now, the ice cap course. I also had the first beta test of course 9 done, Kuba Wave Cove, and the reception was pretty positive, which is good. There were a lot of things I need to change, but actually that means I need to update the tracker document. I keep forgetting to update the milestone tracker. That puts gameplay testing to 15%. And I think we can give this one 58% now, 48. That is the wrong level. What? Vanish cap on the... Oh, it's Peach Secret Slide. Duh. Zena, did you do any progress on the thing? The message in the bottle? If not, then we're going to do Seagulls first. Let's do Seagulls. Not yet? Alright. Time for Seagulls then. So, okay. How do we best do the Seagulls? The thing is, I want the Seagulls to work without me having to do too much work on everything. So we need to give the Seagulls some kind of path to go around, but I also don't want them to all be on the same path or the same size. So let's do a Seagull init thing here. This is all garbage. This is complete garbage. Also garbage. This is what we'll do. Now it's fully controllable with the B parameters. The thing is, we probably want them to go in an arc from either side to the other. So we kind of need to define a spawn point and a despawn point. Maybe we should make a seagull spline and then have the seagulls go along the spline and spawn randomly on the spline with random offsets on the spline points. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. So then we also should do a seagull spawner. Actually, should we do that? Maybe not. Let's not do that. I have an idea. So we'll have them spawn behind the hill here. Move here. We probably want them just outside the bounds of the level. Like so. And then around the side here. Dancing Dino is very fitting for this. Hello, Pochu. True, if the Dancing Dino synced with the stream, that'd be pretty banger. The extern doesn't say the size of the thing. Ooh, that's kinda rough. Okay, well, I guess we can't have that. Extend the bottle. Is this a rework of the bottle? Let's see it. We can get to that after the Seagulls then. Huh? You sent the blend 1 file, not the blend file. It's the wrong file. Where the rummix going? It's going pretty well. Watch a little bit and you'll see awesome stuff. So what are you working on? Hello, Sanitizer. I am working on making seagulls work in the background right now. So, right, I can show you real quick what they look like right now and what we want to do. We'll do it. Okay, so seagulls blind lists. Right there. So we have this little seagull actor here. They're supposed to be silhouettes that kind of fly around in the background. They're the Goonies from Yoshi's Island. And we want them to fly around the island at the top there. That's what we're working on right now. And also we're working on a message in a bottle that tells you how to get to the secret level with the ice cap, which is going to be the next thing we do. Zaina just made this model for us. Can you make the message stick out of here? The bottle is nice, but I need the message to stick out at the top. I think that would look a little nicer. Also, I think this makes it kind of smoother. You know what I mean? I don't want the cork in there, because I want Mario to be able to read the message immediately. But yeah, it's the glass itself looks great. I like the color a lot. Well, this is easier. We don't need to swear more. I'm not sure if the texture works at all, Zena. I think that might need to be like a 3D mesh. Should I add Seagull sounds? I think there are already some in the OST for this level. Okay, so now... we also need to pick a random place for them to be. So... I'm right shifting this by 8 because of a Project 64 bug that I want to work around. I wouldn't need to do this usually. So, wait, let me think about this. There's one spline point. When there's 0 spline points, this is 0. When there's 2 spline points, then this is 2. So this is going to be 1 too much, right? Yep, it is. I mean, scammers, do you typically use the cylinder, or does it depend on the level? It depends on the level. So for here, I just made like an icosphere. But then some levels are just like a half dome. Should be +1. It is +1. This function doesn't follow my coding guidelines, so let me just rename that. I suppose this game is ready, like 95-ish, 90, something like that. Hard to say. Is there enough culling? Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 seagulls for this area sounds good to me for now. Maybe I should have added a seagull spawner. Oh well. LOT time. Okay, we have seagulls now, and they are at randomish positions, but they're not distributed the way I want them to be. That just doesn't look good. Something went wrong. And I know what it is. That would do it. Yes, it is entirely based on the Goonies from Yoshi's Island. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, they're all gone. It could be behind the mountain, all of them. But Yoshi's Island? Are you faking it? I like Yoshi's Island. I played that game a lot in my childhood. Never 100%ed it. The percentage of minimum product version of hack is left to be done by you, or is taken by finishing Overworld? When? Did you have a stroke typing that? Can you try again? Let's see if we deducted the correct amount of spline points. Seven. Yep, there's 7 points. Okay. Random float is 0 to 1. It is. I'm faking it. Call me Yanderedev. What is going on? Well, okay, one thing we need to do for the seagulls is disable backface culling, so let's just make sure that is a thing. I also need to re-export this. Look at what they did to my seagull here. Where did I store it? Probably in the OW1 folder, actually. Aha. I mean, from now to finishing the hack, excellent text and bioback rework. What percent of work will left be taken by finishing the overworld? I'd say 80%. This is not a Castle Grounds actor. This is an Overworld bank actor. But I'll check 1 second. Let me finish this first. I think I used group 12. I did. We're gonna actually gain a lot of RAM soon with the script that someone made for me. Someone2639, that's his name. His name is very confusing. Why would you just call yourself someone? Any dream where you made one side level was night themed? I don't know if it's more like 10 dreams about the sack. That's crazy. Probably had more dreams about the sack than me then. Make them in color, I think it's too easy to confuse them with crows or something. That's fine. I don't care if you confuse them with crows. Hello Graham, I just showed them the mountains you made. We should make a light level right now. Not right now, but there's a lot of side levels I still need to make. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping I can get a few people to help me with those. That's so much work. Marty's already helping with one side level. He's been putting so much work into it. It's gonna be the biggest side level, I think. I was thinking all the side levels would be like minimal and just single mechanic based. So we can have some recurring mechanics instead of having them only be used once. Oh, they're all here. Is that all of them? No, there's one here too. Oh. Do you have a favorite level and or star either in terms of looks, graphics, how they play, or just something that you're proud of how it turned out? My favorite star might be the Piranha Plant boss fight, just because of how visually impressive it is. Or maybe the Bowser 1 boss fight, but I haven't beta tested it yet, so I fear it's actually going to be jank as hell and I need to refactor the gameplay a lot. Unknown memory action. They all get 6. They all get 6? That makes no sense. Is this a Project 64 bug with the random function? One at 0 and some at 6. What if we only redshift by 4? The beauty of the random function. Fuck it. I did it the wrong way around. That's the issue. God damn it. Then based on my so they seem 3D. They're gonna be far away. It will work out, don't worry. Hey, there we go. Restream right now. Where's my water? I have no water. I'm sorry. I'm gonna die. That's Viola, thank you very much. Right, I gotta look at her new model too. Ooh, yes! That's how I wanted it. That is very nice. That's a nice message in a bottle. Why do you name Curve J scale? Doesn't follow my coding guidelines. I'm trying to have consistent coding guidelines, so we're removing a lot of that kind of stuff. And I low polygonize this a little bit. Hello, I looked at the new bottle. It looks pretty nice.
Oh, I also watercolor.
Hey,
Also, can I have my phone back?
you can have your phone back.
Okay. Chat, I'm going back upstairs now. Tail of my bottle again. For shame.
I'm adding Dita, what you mean? Actually, I removed one vertex. I don't need the bottom part because it can't come out of the floor. You're painting cheese? Nice. That's a very nice message in the bottle. Honestly, we can just put this in the level itself. 94 vertices. Wait, she made the texture 33 by 32. Zayna! What is this texture format? And the paper too! Mask Hulk? I don't know if that's what it is. It's ein großer Becher regardless. You made the textures 33 by 32. He'll fix it? Alright. Just send me the fixed textures. So I gotta say, these do seem to be a little too high. What the hell? Alright, next up, randomize the positions a little bit. Fine. Seagull random range will be bparam 4 multiplied by 100.f plus 250. Actually, we'll just bparam 4 by 100.f. Fuck it. It's good enough. It's pronounced case like the word maze or kaze like kaze. Doesn't matter. What are you doing? Why do you need to know? Are you trying to hack into my accounts? Why do you need to know personal information about me? Who are you? Hi! The DRIS? I'm not even in America. Are the Seagulls going to be moving across the sky too? They will. We're working on that part still. Haha, but what the fuck is that button? So we're going to have a direction start here. Let me just think about where. No? Onam loot coins. No, I don't like that. Not intangible timer either. No, not opacity. Not enum states. Now you know? Do you? I don't know how to pronounce my name. Can you make those rainbow rings slightly higher poly? Yeah, there's probably gonna be a texture in the end. These are just there from bio, but no, he's gonna rework it anyway. Alright, so nice new textures for me. Do you see the programming language circles that go left and right that made R in Python look like shit? No. I don't German English. I can speak a little bit of Latin. A little bit of Plattdeutsch. I can say buongiorno. You guys seen the cat that goes buongiorno? I love that cat. Learn French. Oui, oui. Language more insights. Yeah, aber ja. 1 billion nested loop iterations. What are the circles supposed to represent? How long one iteration is? Eh? What is this supposed to mean? That mean R and Python look like shit. Oh, R is this. And Python is this. This is such a meaningless metric. You know what this feels like? This feels like when a pharma company brings out a new medicine and they like test on 10 million people and like the results are completely random, but then they find like, oh, out of every girl between the age of 12 and 14 that lives in Arkansas and has a dog as a pet, this medicine actually improved their back pain. It's like, of course you're gonna find one group where it's gonna do better. Fucking duh. That looks very similar to that. Reportedly, 99% of lottery winners have profited from playing the lottery. Dark theme? I am on dark theme. Oh, you mean on Twitter? I don't know how to do that on Twitter. Nested are machine learning shit or what? No, they're just a random thing you do in programming, I guess. We need to start a goal position somewhere. That needs to be the next location, so we need a function for that. Need to back this up somewhere. Oh, this is not good. I guess I need to move my thing to 1F. That works. You were saying you should add bouncing bolts to the ROMAC. Beyond the customer heard that. True, we can't be behind customer's shadow. We have to add bouncing bolts. Oh no, my 50 layers of nested for loops in Python are slower than in C. Yeah. No! I can't make 50 nested for loops. Can't believe it, man. My performance is ruined. My program relied on that. Are you really saying that Sandy doesn't prove anything? The overall trend is pretty much the same as other benchmarks? Ah, I see. I mean, it makes sense, right? You would expect Python to be slower. I wouldn't expect it to be 140 times slower, though. In fact, I am 100% certain I could make a test case scenario on the N64 in which Python outperforms C. I could do that to make a rage bait video. Python is faster than assembly on the Nintendo 64. And there's always orders of magnitude. No, I can make it faster. I promise. Jenny, how do you code in a program language that looks like absolute gobbledygook, and is it possible to recommend your music in Golang or something? This looks like gobbledygook to you? Bro. That's not a thing of the language, that's you. You should have been here like in 2015 when I was programming everything in assembly. Then I wouldn't have blamed you for that. But now? Really? Was it fully interpreted? No jitting? That's something. Yep. Can make anything. Well, it would be basically equivalent code. How's it fast and how do you even run it on N64? Okay, this is the thing. On N64, the only performance benchmark that matters for code that runs on a CPU is memory throughput. So, if you write your Python code in a way where reading it takes less data throughput than reading assembly instructions, it will be faster. And this is possible because Python is like more dense information-wise than C code or assembly code. The arrow just means read word. That's it. Or load word. That's all it does. It's just load word. Which I guess that's assembly brained to think about it like that. But that's all it does, really. No, I'm saying I can make an actual test where Python performs better. I know what you're saying, and I agree with you. Python, like in almost every reasonable use case, Python is going to be a lot slower. I'm just saying I can make it faster. If I really want to make one test case where Python is faster, I could do that. Hello, excellent gamer. Oh, I see, Psychode. Makes sense. 161 nuts? No! That should work, right? And then, Wait. That should work, right? I fucked up something completely. Oh, forgot this. Virus butler shred? Yes! Can you add banana cat to anyway? I'm sure it's already in there. OBJ outside bounds X. Shit. Objects might be moving too far. Okay. The seagulls have too much range. These are the level boundaries. No, they are not. These are the level boundaries. How are the seagulls moving out of this? Ah! You're gonna add clouds. Yeah, this is just a temporary skybox. How are you reading that? You do need to be able to see into the matrix. Really, there's no other option. But yeah, I haven't gotten around to actually making the skybox yet. There was another level where I haven't gotten around to making the skybox, and I finished the entire level, and the test skybox just stayed there forever. I'm not sure what you're referring to when you said all about this stuff. Oh, I indicated someone else. No, this is not getting into the NSO library. Bye, Psychode. See you after your meeting. It's still going out of bounds. Okay, test this. Give him no horizontal range at all. Still going out of bounds. I mean, the crash screen right there is easy to read because there is just like an assert there that tells you, hey, this is the bug. I think the only logical conclusion here is that seagulls are not perfectly following the path. Only this shred seems useful? That's not true. If you look at this, look how much useful info there is. There's the PC, there's the RA. Okay, GP is not useful. There's stuff like this, and A0, you see 8027B0BD. Now you know the RAM address of something. I was doing something with the main code segment. B0 is something. DE, see this is an append display list comment. So I know this was somewhere in appending a display list. The stack pointer, I know this is on the graphic thread. S8 is this number. I know this is the master display list head. You know, there's a lot of useful stuff here. Well, it seems to not be following its path, it's the problem. Right, if I just take that compute val and move, I'm sure it will no longer be crashing. I'm 100% certain, I'm just doing this for test purposes here. Yeah. It looks like they are just reaching their end and then going further. So something near. Oh, okay, well. I definitely forgot this line of code here. So I don't think that would have caused a crash, but that's definitely something that needs to be in there. Also, I'm not warping them. I just realized this is a problem. They need to be warped when they reach. Or we just turn them around. Let's just turn them around. Because I have different Project 64. Huh? It's just letters and numbers? Your entire sentence is just letters and numbers. Duh. I can do it back to you. What now? Oh my god. That would certainly do it. They weren't moving from their position on the x-axis, they were moving from their position on the y-axis. So they were not respecting the x position. No wonder it was shit. Oh, okay. That's a problem. The birds are going crazy. Assembly is more like the Latin of programming. I think that's a good way of looking at it. Okay, actually though, I don't understand this now. Why are they not going to the correct location? But who is pinging me? How do you recompile so fast? It's only a small change. Is the English of programming and assembly still adult programming? Yeah, I think that's very fitting. And then maybe like Python is like not quite English, but it's like baby noises. You know, they can say mama, they can say nom 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 when they're hungry, and they can say wah when they're sad. That's Python. It's not very efficient communication, but it gets the job done. You can't do the essentials with just that. It depends on where you make the change, Sam. I guess you have to set up your includes correctly. Like, if you included this file somewhere else, then you would have to recompile that entire file, and that would make it take a little longer. Well, let's see what this does. This gets plus the direction. So let's think about this. Reach O health, which is past the last point. Does that make sense? No, actually, because when you're on the second, when you're on point 1, then your goal is point 0. So if you were ever on point 0, but that's actually fine like this. Second opacity hits 0. You are going the wrong direction. But it's not opacity that's 0 here. Yeah, when opacity is 1 and direction is -1, then opacity becomes 0 here, and the goal becomes -1. Which is an issue, actually. Should it be like this? Or the Overworld? Okay, that's better. Hey! We got the Seagulls working. The base implementation of them, anyway. No, why is their vertical range not as it should be? Are we overwriting their Y position gold somehow? You see how they're all at the same height? I don't like that. They shouldn't be at the same height. I guess they're not quite... they are basically at the same height. Gah. You can just use them. There's nothing you need to do for it, Undercat. They will literally just work. You just need to make them part of the area, I suppose. Maybe that's what you're missing. Oh! We forgot to do the random float around 0. I say we. That means all of us. You guys forgot it with me. No one stopped me from doing this. You're bad. It's okay. I forgive you. Wrong button. Okay, that's a lot better. And I agree, some sine wave movement on top of this would be nice. Make them white with a tinge of... Make them white with a tinge of white? Oh, I see. Maybe, but there's a good chance that will make them harder to see or different or whatever. You get the idea, man. Just we're not doing it right now. Does this look good? That's what to get used to. Bro, they're flapping. They are flapping. Okay, definitely not what I wanted though. What the fuck did I say that's so confusing? I thought I was being pretty clear. Yeah, I like it. Teams Discord is in the cloud Azure in GitHub. No, you're missing the whole GitHub thing if you use... Oh, you mean the comparison? I don't know, man. Never used Cloud Azure. Sounds awful. I don't want to deal with Microsoft. Alright, and now adding seagulls to the second area should be as easy as just take the spline and move it here. Are they emanating a spline path? Yes! Some random variation. Michael Soft Teams? Who's Michael? You don't want to know. Oh, we can make the seagulls go behind these. That's gonna look cool. Is Michael so soft? I don't know what they did to Michael, man. That whole company is all shady. How far are you willing to go optimize my 64 version? I am willing to sell my own mother. For a good price. Like... at least 400 microseconds. Become Bill Gates and being a billionaire? True. I should name my firstborn Trill. Yeah, seagulls typically fly pretty low. In case of stink. My toes are not stinky. I am barefoot all day, so they get lots of air. Makes them not stinky at all. See, okay, crash screen, easy fix. We just go to 802E8584, generate Seagull goal. So now we know where the issue is. I forgot to set up the second spline path here. How's that not useful, huh? Skill issue if you can't read a crash screen. See how good the crash screen is? We fixed it in 0.5 seconds. Where are my seagulls? We fixed the crash, but where are my seagulls? Why is it area 1? Oh. I know where my seagulls are. They are in area 1. Got to reparent that one. No, they're strawberries on Peach's birthday cake in Mario Party 1. And Mario Party 1 is canon to Mario 64. I hope. You're talking about the crash can you search for a string that didn't exist in the file you were searching, so I still don't understand your point. Because I went too far and down the memory, and then I changed the 5 to a 4, and then existed. I mean, I was able to fix it based off that, so shouldn't that be proof that I know exactly how to use my crash screen? Oh, the guy's in front of them. Oh, they're so close. Why are they so close? Guys! You're not welcome here. They might have no z-test? No, that can't be. I mean, that guy looked fine. Seems to be some bug remaining with this whole thing. Okay, this actually makes no sense to me. I don't see how this is even possible. We just go from the first to the last point here. I thought we fixed exactly that and made this work in the generic use case. Did I have to go from pure C to C++? No. It is easy to the point that I didn't know a single little bit of C++ when I started working there, and no one said anything. No one even noticed that I can't program C++. They asked us during the job interview, can you program C++? And I said, no, I've never done it. And they were like, okay, well, whatever. It does look to be only one direction. Modern hardware in N64. Modern hardware has programmable shaders. That's a very big difference, I think. Yeah, to read? No, it's basically the same. Like, everything you see here, it could basically also be valid C++ code. Wait, they even both have 6 points, so how can this be? Hey, I think we made decent work though. Even without shaders, we did the best we could. Okay, well, this is not supposed to have a shadow visible that early. You just come flying through here like it's natural. Did I miss something when I made the spline, maybe? Huh? Oh, I see, Graham, that makes sense. But on Adorance was that is a big difference. See, at Microsoft I'd use VS. I'm unsubbing right now. You say society sucks and yet you live in it? Curious. If ravens are not seagulls, I am fine with that. We're not caring about that right now. We can do something here. Let's do some debug printing here. I don't actually need this one. Let's see what the seagulls are doing here. You thought they were bats. Fine. I guess we will make them white and blue. Everyone seems to fucking hate these guys for no reason. Well, I guess they do have a reason. But if everyone hates them, surely there's something wrong, right? I forgot to square this. Hello, Polaris. Direction -1, opacity 6. Oh. Direction -1, opacity 6. Let's get one from the other side. Direction 1, opacity 5? How is that possible? In a system being towards now, main issue is them taking the path from here to here instead of going around the path that is designated for them. They wouldn't be going close if they followed their path. How can this work in one world but not the other? Actually, it's a very good question. I moved him to spline point O opacity plus O Seagull direction. Right, and then works in the overworld here, but not in the other one. And they have the same number of spline points, which is interesting. So what could even be different? In the first overworld, they move on the x-axis actually. In the second, they should be moving on the z-axis. And they do. 34,124? This should just crash. But it doesn't. Also interesting. They moved to a location where they should not be allowed to be. But it didn't crash. That means they must have not reached the last position, right? So else there's 15 over 1, 16, 17, 200, 2000. Here, if you haven't already tried to write your own heap allocator, I have my own allocator, and it's not a heap allocator. Heap allocator is way too expensive for something like this, where you already know how many finite resources you need beforehand. It would be a complete waste of space. Hello, I like DBZ. So they must have reached here and then turned around to go over there, right? That is kind of what we saw. So the last point is not being reached. Is this the last point? It is 0.6. Why are they not reaching 0.6 is the question then. Instead of 0.6, they're going to 0.0. The direction is supposed to just turn around. Equipped with this new knowledge, let's take another look. Delty said you should eat a lemon. Thank you, Delty. Lemons are very tasty. I accidentally made clean. Marty wrote again. Look, this is the site level Marty is working on. It looks pretty awesome. All that just for 1 star is gonna be crazy. Let me catch a seagull coming from here. Don't tell me it just went. It works now. Sus. What could have happened? Could it be that because this point was defined to be more than minus than 32,000, it overflowed and generated a point but trajectory end as the ID somehow? I don't see how. Yeah, I mean, some kind of data overflow is the only idea I have, but I don't see how that's possible. So I don't think that makes sense. Well, it's cool that it works. Next, the message in the bottle. Do views exist in RTYI? I am not sure. This is a very cool message in a bottle. They were going to 0.5 and the other 0.6. Both times they were going to points that should have been on the same side, but later around. Yeah. Oh, wait, you're right. The Z coordinate just overflowed to a negative value. Duh. Obviously, that would happen. Yeah, that mystery is solved. Wait, I need to turn pictures to animate. Oh, it's not gonna work. Pan and A button challenge on RTYI? I don't think it's going to happen. It doesn't feel official enough, I'm pretty sure. He doesn't seem like the type of guy that is just up for arbitrary challenges. Like, and it not being an official game kind of makes it arbitrary in his eyes, I would imagine. Got it an ABC strat in Star Road? I mean, I guess, like, as a hobby. But that's not the same. I think you misunderstand Panet's character. Put a sparkle twinkle bottle graphic on the bottle? Yes! It is very important that the player sees this, because course 5 and the ice cap is locked behind it. So we cannot risk the player not figuring out about this. 0 Big the Cat cameos, I'm sorry. Ugh. I know, that's the biggest issue with the game. The alpha sorting is weird. What the fuck is that? Is that Blender attempting to alpha sort somehow? This is a weird shader setup. Why do people get so mad when I call N64 materials shaders? I mean, we all know they're technically fixed function pipelines, but like... You want me to say fixed function pipeline setup every single time instead of shader? Oh wow, I really like this fixed function pipeline setup. Like, bruh. I cannot attach a sparkle bubble to the model itself, but I can, or I'm planning to put a sparkle effect right here on top of the bottle itself. It just is not going to be attached to it. Also make them bats. That's rage bait. He's rage baiting. So actually, I was just to recombinate fixed function anyway. It's just that it happens to take it about itself if you know this. Well, I mean, I guess maybe that, maybe, but like, I think a program is like the opposite of a fixed function. Thick to thin flare with the scroll, so it's thin in the bottleneck and then gets thick with the scroll outside it. Don't we already kind of have that here? With this part? I guess we can something like that. You think that looks better? Check right thickness. I'm not sure how. Like so? Like so? Oh, I thought you said thick to thin as in, you know, have some parts be thick and others be thin. Yeah, I can see how the thickness makes it more readable. Especially on the N64, it's like fucked up the resolution. Yeah, I think this is best. To whoever is after me booty, you shall never find it. Only I memorized the riddle to recapture it. I... With your blue friends and green friends. Go red your behinds. Good luck. Ha ha ha. Do you have updating separate, for example, AI updates 5 times a second and physics of the video? Render and physics are separated, but every enemy updates 30 times a second. Enemy updates are extremely cheap to a point where doing something you suggested would be very silly. Okay, this could be a little better. Also, I don't like the range. Honestly, I think I'm making a new behavior for this. What font is it? What do you mean, what font is it? It's just the font we use in the game, brah. I should ask Zal what font he actually used here. This font? No, that's awful. If you have random ideas like that, polish Python, why don't you make your own ROMhack? Okay, yeah, this looks great. To whoever is after me booty, you shall never find it. Only I memorized the riddle to recapture it. Plant yourself on a stone circle and greet your blue, red and green friend. Show red your behind, then backflip 7 times. Good luck, har har har. You think that's obvious enough? stone circle, you greet your 3 friends. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then ground pound. Well, looked more like 8 times. And stand. That's true, filmmaking can be hard. I'm sure we can make this text better. I like that friend and sand rhymes. I don't know, maybe? So, I also want to make it so that if you have the star, then it's not going to just happen. Level PSS. So if you have the star, then something will be set so that the sparkles don't spawn. This way, the bottle stops trying to get your attention as soon as you have finished everything in the level. See. Is it the last bit? Forgot about that. I added a new debugging tool. Basically, when an object would have an invalid floor during render, the game just crashes and notifies me. Because I want to get rid of all the invalid floors during render, because that's like an issue in the game in some places. Saves me 2 CPU cycles. But also makes shadows look consistent, so... yeah. Maybe it's a little more complicated than that. Maybe my debugging tool doesn't actually cover the side levels, because that actually makes sense, because it's kind of terrible. I didn't actually try to make it good. My not debugging tool, my star tool here. Let me check that. Yeah, okay, I would do it. So where the fuck are the stars actually stored? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, they are stored here. Okay, that makes sense. Hmm. I see. I forgot the colors function. Alright. I am just going to assume it works. I'm fairly sure it works. I think this is obvious enough that everybody will find it. I'm not 100% certain, but that's what we have beta testing for. If I find during testing that the hint is not obvious enough for people, we can still reword it to make it more obvious. Anyway, we have almost 2 hours of stream now. And I will see you guys in the next stream then. Bye bye!